We're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and the Los Angeles Chargers. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Block 15! Mike 51. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. White!
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And incomplete to open things up.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From the gun, Rivers. Hunter Henry brings it in. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play, 2nd and 3.
Check. Check hot route. 80 weapon.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. He's got Allen. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 31, Rivers. Allen's got it over the middle. That one a first down pickup of 8. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally, and then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Sponge! No! Okay, rocket! Orange 5-4.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Rivers, Benjamin with it over the middle. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
180, 390.
Check pass. Joker.
12.
Check 99.
Check white, 89.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Again, Gordon on second and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Watson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Thomas Davis. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at the
180,
16-yard line.
black 15. Red.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
Following the interception here, Rivers toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
190.
51. Watch the screen.
Throwing, Rivers. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
You got tight right there.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they come up now 2nd and goal. One man in the backfield, that's Gordon, 2nd and goal.
He's checking. Crash.
He'll get it up the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. Melvin Gordon, his 4th touchdown on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Let's go. Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
First down, Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Completes it out left to Waring. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Let's get off the field. Check 31. Check 31. Let's go. Come on.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, the catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 7 yards there and a first down. The first down carry here for Johnson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Watson, and he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 50. Check 50.
Play action for Miller. Now Watson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Melvin Ingram dropping the hammer off the edge.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Another try after the first down sack. Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a 6-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
What is that? 19. 25. What we got? What we got? What we got?
From the gun, here's Watson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. On second down, it's Gordon. The all-pro safety Eric Berry in on the stop.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
Play fake, Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
Well, no, but let me finish.
Okay, perfect.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
To throw again on second down. Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The old Cal Bear, Brandon Mebane, gets the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL.
Mike 42, Mike on front. Come on. You better bring it. Mike 42, Mike 42. I'm coming up to you.
3rd and long. It's Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Travis Benjamin deep for the Chargers.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. Allen, the intended receiver. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to look deep down the field. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Let's make these babies cry. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Slam, slam.
Throwing on 3rd down. Watson. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard. Flat on his back. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Ryan Allen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Going for the deep ball. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
After the interception, here's Watson. On the left side, this is Stills. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Check the hot read. Check the backer, check the backer.
Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Texans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 14.
58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
You better bring it. You better bring it.
Put it down, put it down.
Right now, you better bring it.
Watch the safety creep.
Check. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Showing it.
Again, it's Watson. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Check.
Watson looks to throw again. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off by Casey Hayward. Stills the intended target. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver there, Allen, and it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Got four down. 42's the mic, boys. 42's the mic. 54. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Say.
Throwing on third and long. Watson. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. He was looking that time for Stills. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now Rivers throw into the hands of Gordon. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, good job defensively to recover. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Load it.
Now they run from the gun with Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a third down.
White 90. Black 11. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. 80 hot.
From the gun, Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stacy McGee. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down.
A 37-yard attempt.
Badgley able to knock this one through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're in a bit of a bind, a pretty big bind, down 20-0 as they start here on first and 10. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of 2 there, second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On second and 12, Watson out to the right. He's got the tight end wearing. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Hey, 24. Hey, 29.
Watson just beating the play clock. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Time to go, night. He's in the car. He's checking.
49, check 49, check 49.
Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Out of the gun, Watson. And my goodness, another interception. Trevor Williams with a pick. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11.
42. Hey, 59.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Over the middle, that's caught by QT. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. On first down, it's Watson. It's Waring the tight end with it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Melvin Ingram getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Here we go. At 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Hey, watch the shot.
faking the give. Now Watson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is...
And now here's another interception. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
55. 52's the mark, boys. 52. 9 and 1.
From the red zone now, Watson. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Watson now. From the gun, he'll throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Joey Bosa in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
36, 36. Hey, 59.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to go up top. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. And that will get them 1 closer. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And able to take it past the 20 a little bit, but no further. A flag in there as well. Let's see what this is. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think
He's got daylight past the 20. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there for L.A. 53 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
To throw is Rivers, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch.